How many sour creams can you possibly need? Not doing much better with the whipped cream. Oh well, it'll be alright. Whoops, that's not good. That was beautiful. Wonderful job, Mickey. I think I squeezed that one a little too hard.
Hello there, come on in. My name is Brittany, and in today's video we are going to be tackling this monstrosity once known as a refrigerator. We are going to be pulling everything out except for the doors. I had planned on tackling these doors because they were in much need of some attention, but for the main area in the refrigerator, we are going to get this completely ripped out, wiped down, and put back together, along with a lot of produce prepping. So if you're excited to get into today's video, please leave this video a thumbs up and let's get into it. Before I can get into pulling things out of the refrigerator, I've got to get these tomatoes out of the way. We had been pulling a ton of tomatoes from the garden, and these were actually going to end up being salsa by the next day. So I was trying to get all of this tackled and taken care of so that Michael could have the kitchen to work on the salsa. So now I am just going to go ahead and start pulling things out, and we are gonna get to cleaning. I found a ton of sour cream containers in there, and it was a little bit ridiculous, and that was the expression you got from me there. But now I'm just gonna go through all of this stuff. I'm trying to keep the refrigerator doors closed as much as possible, so breaking this up into sections definitely makes it easier to keep the fridge cool and also go through everything and get it tackled. But how is everyone doing out there? Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing. I know it's been a while, and I'm so happy to be back.
How many sour creams can you possibly need? Not doing much better with the whipped cream. Oh well, it'll be alright.
So I actually filmed this video a couple of weeks back now, and I've had it edited down and just never got around to doing the voiceover part, and so I'm finally taking care of that now. But today is actually the first day of school for my kiddos, and I got into this funk, and I decided that I was just going to do the bare minimum of things around the house until it was time for them to go back to school so I could soak them in as much as possible. And since all three are in school today, I will have time to do things like this and also uninterrupted. So it was definitely a while, and I'm sorry for the wait, but we're back and we might be better than ever. But it's definitely hard having them gone, and also Wade being in kindergarten, and I've cried all morning, you guys, but I'm gonna try to get through this anyway. It just feels like life is over, you know, like that whole phase of my life is over now. Anyway, I definitely can't wait for them to be out of school today so I can hear all about it, and I'm hoping that they all have a great first day, and I'm also hoping that all the children all over the world going back to school, I hope everyone has a fantastic year and stays safe. But I'm gonna try to get out of the little depressing funk that I've been in. I have really just been in such a rut lately, and it's all been because of this whole back to school thing and knowing that all of my kids are in school now, and it really sucks, y'all. So if anyone out there is going through it, or you'll be going through it soon, just know that it's very real and it's very hard. but we're gonna get through it, I suppose. I'm definitely so blessed that I was able to be home with my kids until they started school and have that time to soak them up, but it just didn't last long enough. So I'm just gonna be a big baby about it for a while, but I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. And so yeah, I've just been in this really big funk, and I've just listened to my body and trying to take care of myself and listen to my heart and make sure that I'm taking care of my babies and being there for them as much as I possibly can. So I've missed you guys, and I've been thinking about YouTube and stuff a lot lately. Don't ever think that my channel leaves my mind or my sweet subscribers. I've just had a lot on my mind, and I just decided to take the break until they went back to school. I've got a lot of things still on my mind about this channel. I don't know what direction I want it to go, and I might have to talk to you guys about that in another video. Maybe do a sit down video and just sit down and talk to you guys. But for now, we are still working on this fridge, and I am going to tackle a little bit of these dishes here and get them out of the way so that I can empty out all of these sour cream containers. I like to get them all nice and clean so that I can recycle them, but these were, it's kind of gross, y'all. This is kind of gross, no lie. I've got some eggs here from our chickens, and I need to get these washed up and loaded into our little container to put back into the fridge. And now I'm gonna set up the sink here and get some produce soaking so that we can get on with our produce prep and just trying to multitask as much as possible on this day. It ended up being pretty much an all-day project in between momming and everything else, getting this fridge back in order. But it is definitely such a relief when you do have it in order, especially for those back-to-school mornings. And this drawer here is our leftover bin, and as you can see, I've got a pretty good system going about how I handle this fridge, where I prop the chair up to hold the door open for me. But anyway, I'm pulling all the leftovers that need to be tossed out, and so we're gonna get all of those plastic Tupperware containers loaded into the dishwasher as well. I really hate throwing away leftover food, but it happens, that's for sure. Moving on to this dairy bin, it was seriously probably the worst of the entire fridge.
Whoops. That's not good.
Sorry about that, y'all. That was really gross. But I like to have the refrigerator organized. Well, when it is organized, I like to have it organized a certain way. And so this drawer here on the right, we put all the dairy products. On the left is usually all of the leftovers. And then the main shelf area, I try to put all of the fresh produce so that it is easily accessible for the kiddos, and then arrange everything else accordingly, as you'll see closer towards the end.
Do you and I'll do me, oh you do me and I'll do you. La, 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 la. I don't wanna cut you off. I know this is such a rush. The way you move so free, put your body next to me. I don't wanna cut you off. This is such a rush. This is such a rush. I'm not gonna play hard to get through. I'm not gonna say I'm loving you too.
This bottom drawer section here I like to use for all the meats, so that especially if we have raw meat in this section, I don't have to worry about if it leaks. It's going to leak down onto something because it's at the very bottom. And then on this other side, I usually have all of our little string cheeses and then sauce packets from various restaurants. And so we're just going to get this all cleaned up and put back together.
I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. Like a song in the water, singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for ya. Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said, just come on over. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you.
And of course, if you've been around, then you know we have a problem with this refrigerator. It will leak and then it will freeze up and then it will leak again. And on this particular day, we got ice. We got lots and lots of ice. So I'm getting my handy dandy scraper and my little bin here, and we're gonna pop out this ice and get it all out of here and wipe this out as well. And I don't think that I had told you guys, but when we went on our getaway back in July, when we got back, somehow like our power had went off or something and it tripped the breaker and our fridge was off. Our fridge and freezer had been off, and we were able to get it back on and everything, but it leaked all over the floor and it ruined a huge section of the kitchen floor. And I can kick myself because I knew better. I should have put a towel down in front of the refrigerator. So that's a tip for anybody who's going away. If you have a finicky fridge like me, make sure you put a towel down before you leave.
Lately I've been going through some hard stuff. Getting knocked down, getting right back up. Only mistake I made was thinking you would have my back, but it's one-way track. That's right, now I've had enough. Your bad behavior isn't what I'm worth. No, that's right, now I've had enough. You don't see it, but I see it. I'm much where you're bitter, speaking with a different native tone. You're egocentric.
That was beautiful. Wonderful job, Mickey. I think I squeezed that one a little too hard. Try this again. Oh, story of my life.
I definitely dried that egg a little too hard, but it wouldn't be my video if there wasn't a big old whoopsie like that.
To be acting so rough. That's right, now I've had enough. Your bad behavior isn't what I'm worth. No, that's right, now I've had enough. You don't see it, but I see it. You're bitter, speaking with a different native tone. You're egocentric, I'm a bootlicker. You don't I dance like no one's gonna see, and I love like nobody can hurt me. You might think I'm a little strange, but I'm not gonna change. Oh no, sometimes I'm talking way too much, and sometimes I don't know how to turn up. You might think I'm a little strange, but I'm not gonna change for you.
And every single refrigerator clean out day comes with an overfull bag of trash. Never fails. But now I'm gonna move all of these tomatoes into this strainer here so that they can get washed and everything later when Michael goes to make salsa, which you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of that on day 2, but I need to get dinner going, and so I need to get this table cleaned off. Now I've got dinner going in the background, and we are going to finish up all of this produce prep. I always struggle with the lengths to make the celeries because I always feel like they're either just a little too long or a little too short to make into just 2 sections or 3 sections, if y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, we're going to get through it and get these all jarred up and beautiful and put away. These raspberries were definitely pushing it, and so with any berries, when you store them in any type of container, put a paper towel to help absorb that moisture. But we are just gonna make do. I don't know why it is so hard to get raspberries when they're not just like at the point of just needing to be tossed out anyway. Like, that's just the way that it is anymore. But I absolutely love using mason jars for my produce for as much as I possibly can. It is so easy and it's so beautiful, and I will do it till the end of time until I find something better anyway.
Before we figured it out, what a shame. I'm not asking you for closure, I just want it to be over. We don't need to break up if we were never aligned. Is that okay? I shouldn't be yours if it means changing who I am to get us through. You shouldn't be mine because you're you. I've had enough, yeah, I've had enough. Say you've had enough. We wanna love, but 'cause it's not enough. Say you've had enough. Yeah, I gave it time and you really tried, but you're sick and tired, baby, so am I. I've had enough, yeah, I've had enough. Say you've had enough. When I met you in the summer, then you weren't such a bummer, and I wasn't as critical.
And now I'm going to go ahead and cut up this watermelon, and we're actually going to be using some of it to go with dinner because my 2 youngest absolutely love watermelon and they're not so much on vegetables. And on this night I made green beans, and they usually won't eat green beans. Sometimes I can get Wade to eat them, but most of the time he'd rather have fruit, although I did just find out that he really loves raw carrots, so that might be another option that I go to here in the future. But we are gonna go ahead. This watermelon, when I cut it open, it smelled so good. But I have to tell you guys, I used to love watermelon and like eat it like you know, most kids do. But ever since I had the beer bug, y'all know what I mean? it took watermelon away from me. Like, I don't like watermelon anymore, or cucumbers. Both of those things, they were both things that I absolutely loved, and that's, as far as I know, that's the only changes that I have when it comes to that, but it's devastating for real. And Natalie had wanted me to cut this watermelon into fries, as I'm sure most people have seen that people can cut them into fries. I don't have a fancy crinkle cutter, but this worked just fine, and they absolutely loved it, and now it's my new go-to for how I cut watermelon.
Talk to me, it's what I want the most in my life. They say you're out of my league, but I don't give a damn. No, deep down, I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love. You get me spinning, wouldn't it be awesome if you just kiss me slowly and had me in your arms? If I could make you see it, baby, with me something to make the starlight jealous up above.
We're going to sit down for dinner, but I wanted to give you guys a quick after look at everything, how it looked so far, and it is just a breath of fresh air to open the refrigerator and know everything is clean and organized and prepped out and ready to go. And so we are gonna sit down and have dinner, and then we are gonna come back on day 2. As you can see here, our leftover drawer is pretty skimpy, but not for long. It always fills right back up. Our dairy drawer is busted at the seams, but at least it's clean and it organized as best as possible, and this bottom drawer is nice and clean, and I know there's no ice or water floating around in the refrigerator. But now we're on day 2. Michael spent the evening making salsa, and this is the product from all of his hard work. And we had been out early in the morning running some errands, and I grabbed a Dunkin' for the first time in forever. I think the only one I've had this whole summer. But we were left with a huge mess in this kitchen, and so I had to tackle that and get everything put back together. But I did that off camera as I was running out of storage on my memory card. But we got this kitchen all cleaned up, so we had a clean kitchen and a fresh fridge and lots of salsa fresh from the garden. And so that brings us to the end of today's video, and I'm gonna leave you with some satisfying before and afters. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I know my voiceovers have been all over the place in this one, and I haven't been around in a while, but I'm excited to be back, and I can't thank you enough for coming over and watching today. Make sure to take such good care of you, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to stay a while so I can see you next time. I will be back soon with a new video, and we are going to be doing some decluttering and some cleaning, so I hope to see you next time. Take such good care of you. Bye.
You got that something, baby, that I can go without, just like a poison in me. You're all that I'm about, loving the highs, don't mind the lows. It's getting out of my control. I want that something, baby, 'cause I can go